Okay, and we are back with map 2 of Spectrum, my Ultimate Doom episode. So this is map 2 Power Plant. So number 1, you'll probably notice that this is the same. The start room is the same as the exit room of map 1, and you may also have noticed, obviously, that first map was security. This is Power Plant, SP. All of the map names of the 8 non-secret levels will spell out the acronym Spectrum, because that's the kind of nerdy thing that amuses me. Alright, so we have a nice long lift to go down to start this map. And here we are. And one of the first things you'll notice is, it probably shouldn't be there, that texture, given the whole theme of no brown, but I'm going to... they're copper, not brown. That's my excuse, and I'm going to stick to it anyway. No, it's a bit of a mistake. It was actually quite surprising how difficult it was to avoid brown textures, because I started map 1 and I was making it, I was kind of finished, and I was looking around, I was like, I've used step textures, and step textures are almost always brown, and there was a whole big door with the UAC sign with the brown background. Was surprisingly difficult at times to not just accidentally stumble into it. Anyway, here we will go. That will have alerted a bunch of people that I'm here. Start going out. Hear a lot of noise around the place. So obviously, if you haven't played this continuously and you therefore don't have the chain gun as I do, that's a lot more challenging group of enemies to deal with, because you've only got a pistol and then whatever shotguns you have. Oh, you managed to sneak past me. Right. Now, as with the last map, there's my phone going off. A couple of obvious different ways for you to go to start with. This is not a door, at least not initially, and this is I've seen almost everybody who's played this game come over here and try to open this door. Obviously, the yellow markings in the darkness, not that obvious. So as I said, you've got 2 different ways. I'm going to choose to go this way. So if you want to think of it as north on the map. Just because, basically, I think that it's probably slightly better as a choice overall, but either way is certainly doable. They can actually cross that line. He's just being really stupid. There we go. Monster pathing. Not always the smartest thing in Doom. Still got 71% armor, so we'll pop up here. Now, yeah. For some reason they're having some serious pathing issues as usual, but as you can see, a whole bunch of friendly pinkies have been released. I'm going to, because I knew that was going to happen, I have obviously kind of prepared. This is where they all come from. This door opens up once you've got into any kind of depth into either that wing or this wing, and obviously you can easily get bushwhacked by that. Okay, so moving on. Let's clear out some stuff here. Okay, so I'm not going to grab it just yet because I don't really need it. But if you look up at the ceiling directly in front of me right now, you'll see that there is a patch that is got a different ceiling texture there. It's got those little squares in the silver rather than just being plain silver. I haven't seen anybody playing this game blind yet pick up on that, but it is in fact a secret. And there is in fact a berserk pack in there. I'm not going to pick it up at the moment because obviously I've got over 100 health, and obviously I knew that was going to happen. I still managed to lose 25 health, which is embarrassing. Terrible play there, never mind. Okay, so grab some ammo, some health, tidy up a bit. Yeah, 97, that'll do me. Right. So, cleared all that stuff out. So, here. Notice the difference in the three textures. Another secret. And you can also see, oh look at that delicious soul sphere. How do you get to it? Well, here, look at that. Can you see the floor texture there? It's grey rather than silver. There's a teleporter. I'm not going to grab it yet though. I'm going to grab that just before the end of the level. Because, you know, that way I carry it over to the next map, and probably do the same with that fellow over there as well, the green armour. Okay, one thing I will do now though is that there is another secret I am going to grab right now. So here, see here, discolorized patch, not discoloured above, so you can tell it's a lower texture. And that will open up here. Here opens that up. And look at that, more bad guys. Now you do have to, and I've now obviously also got a backpack, you do have to come into this side of the map at some point, because this is the route that will ultimately let you get to the yellow key and therefore progress with the map. But you don't have to come in the most obvious way. You can come in this way instead. And you can have a whole bunch of bad guys shoot you out of the darkness. That's going to happen a lot in this game. See? Stop some of these. I'm going to grab that. We'll raise that as well. That's my route to the yellow key later. Now I know the traps on this, so I'm going to go this way. Now, there's a yoink him. This is a couple of greens. That's it. Kill each other. One of the nice things, I think, is one of the cleverest elements of Doom was infighting. I think it's a thing that a lot of other more modern games miss. You don't have that as a factor so much. See, I've strewn around quite a lot of options for blowing people up with barrels because it's always fun. So now I've got 15 rockets, which is pretty nice, and pretty good armour and ammo overall. So I'm going to tootle on back up here. See another copper texture. Now, one thing that hopping onto here does, as soon as you come onto here, it opens up that silver barrier that we had before. It also makes sure that that this door opens as well. So basically, it ensures that all of these doors, entrances into this central area, have opened up. So if you come out here without having cleared out the outsides, you are rapidly going to become a magnet for all sorts of fun. Speaking of all sorts of fun, again, if you're being harassed by all sorts of hit scanners and the like down below, when you unleash these guys, they can be quite a hassle to handle. I speak the English good. Right, so this is not particularly dangerous lava, so you can just run it across and grab that and take a little bit of health. I'm going to make one almost certainly futile attempt to grab that guy there. It requires, honestly, better coordination than I generally can manage. I have done it a few times, but you do basically have to slalom in at the right time. I'll make 2 attempts, embarrass myself with both, most likely. Yep, and you can take my word for it that it is possible to hoik over that. I've got there's plenty of health and armor that I haven't used, so I'm just going to take the small tax in my health and armor of grabbing it rather than continue to flail ineffectually at grabbing that secret, which requires you to slalom it. But as I said, I have made sure it is possible. I'm just, yeah. Clumsy old man. I'm not very good at it. So most of you who've been playing Doom for any length of time will know that Lost Souls can't charge over dropped weapons. So it's always a good idea to hide behind them if you can. Now, dirty secret. Not a secret. I'm a dirty backstabber. And if you're obviously not forewarned about that like I am, it can take a lot of health off you. Embarrassingly, I have been caught out by that trap myself in the past, forgetting it was there. But as you can see, lots of opportunities for interconnection in here. There are multiple different ways you can go around, basically. And when you come up here, so there's just a little, that just opens up as a little hint. There is a secret there for people who may not have found it yet. So grab all of that stuff. And if we look here, can we see at the floor there? That grey bit. Ooh, somebody avoided my attention. It is another secret. And I can yoink all this. Nice big 25%. And you can see that also, it all looks out on that exterior area we saw before. And you may have noticed in that quick shot of the map, there is a secret over here. It's pretty obvious, this one. That bar there, you lower that, and you raise it. You get yourself the light amp goggles. Why would you want the light amp goggles? Well, for down here is the answer. So I'm going to... So this is quite a lot darker if you... by the time I've gone and collected all the other things, in fact, I will make sure that you can see. So obviously with the light amp goggles, nice and easy. That lift is another case where I have put the trigger line further into the lift than normal in order to make it not activate straight away. It sort of reduces the chance that you can do that little... I'll just quickly trigger and then run away. Okay, so we will grab this, which lets me pick this guy up. Now, depending on luck, you may or may not take damage, because I do have this set to automatically drop. I, of course, get unlucky and get the tick, but never mind. And then I'm just going to go grab that green armour, as I mentioned before. And now I'm just waiting, basically, for my light amp goggles to wear out so I can show you how the end looks in comparison. I suppose I could ID behold L as well. Something else I can mention is, yeah, I put that in there so you can actually lower that once it's raised, so you don't have to kind of do a big loop. I've seen quite a few people get stuck with that. So yeah, but yeah, with this one you're supposed to leap through the window. I'm not going to, because I've already made two desperately unsuccessful attempts to do so. I'm just taking a look around now so you can see the map while we've got Fulbright on. Oh, there's some more ammo to grab. Map 3 will definitely make a fairly concerted effort to kill you, as anyone who's played the level will know, particularly if you don't find secrets. Obviously, I'm going to find the secrets. Now, there we go. We are... So you can see it's quite a lot darker, harder to spot things. So it's just not as bad as if you've played Doom 404. There's an early map in there where the light amp is a really good secret to find, but you have to hold on. You have to not use it straight away. You can find it early, but it's actually basically the exit room. And then here we are. We're at the end of the map. We're all done. And I did actually add... Oh, because I never picked up the Berserk. There may be one other secret I didn't get. Oh, and the window jump. Those are the two secrets that I missed. So I got 5 of 7, but I got enough for a 200-100 exit and plenty of ammo. So I'm calling that a win. Next map will be engineering. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Better save before I go, though.